The Avangate Email Template Manager helps you customize HTML and plain text emails that Avangate sends to your shoppers and resellers. We can use HTML and CSS customizations to adjust your emails to reflect your brand identity, grow your conversions, retention, and click-through open rates, as well as be as transparent as possible to your communication with your shoppers. For this demo, we're going to show how to dynamically adapt messaging in the payment receipt email your shoppers receive based on their charge type and if it's a recurring versus non-recurring payment. Subscribers renewing their subscription will get one message, while first-time shoppers will get another. For the purposes of this demo, we're also working under the assumption that your customers purchase and renew a single subscription for each charge attempt and not multiple items simultaneously. So let's begin. To modify the email content for the payment receipt email, we will need to create a copy of the default draft. You can find the default draft of the payment receipt email under Marketing Tools, Email Template Manager, and Shopper Emails. So what we're going to do to be able to modify the email content for this payment receipt email, we will click on the Customize link here in the bottom right-hand corner, and then we will click on Create Draft Copy at the bottom. Then we can begin customizing it to your needs, both in terms of content and styling. We do recommend relying on the HTML notifications to your shoppers, but creating a text version as a backup. Once the new draft has been created, both the editing area and as well as the corresponding controls have been actionable. So to start, we do recommend that you see how the current email looks like. So you can use the preview button, click on the theme currently assigned, and now you can check out the current payment receipt email. As you can see, the default Avangate template mentions, "Thank you for your order on the purchase date from your vendor website. We've received your currency amount, payment for order, and then the order reference number that Avangate has assigned." So for this use case, we'd like to change this wording and make it adapt to the type of order, whether it's recurring charge or a non-recurring charge. In order to do this, you're going to need to be able to introduce additional logic in your email content. Avangate has now enabled you to use dynamic variables and to be able to customize this content accordingly using those variables. So for the time being, there is now documentation available in the new Knowledge Center. Here, you can access the list of variables for each of the emails available in your Email Template Manager section. So you'd come into the Email section. You've now seen an Email Variables link. This will give you all the dynamic variables available for all the various templates that we have, but for this use case, we are interested in the payment receipt. And again, for this specific use case, we want to know what the license type is. Is it a renewing license or not? So we would find the product array, and we are looking for the license type. So you can find all this information in the Knowledge Center. So let's take this content and let's add it into your existing payment receipt email. So in order to do that, we're going to need to create an if-else condition. As I mentioned in the beginning, we're only covering purchases and renewals for a single subscription, as opposite to multiple items being purchased. So what we're going to do is start writing our condition. We'll start by using Smarty syntax, with a small difference compared to the official version. Namely, instead of curly brackets, we will use the left and right hand bracket with percentage signs as our delimiters. So the start of our if condition looks like this. Left hand bracket, percentage sign, if, and like I just showed you out of the Knowledge Center, we're going to be looking for the products array variable. Please remember in an array, the first element, since we're only looking for a single product, is in position 0 and not in position 1. So position 0, we're looking for the license type variable as we looked up in the Knowledge Center, and we want to know if it's equal to renewal. So if the license is equal to renewal, we would like to tell your shopper, "Thank you for renewing." Else, percentage sign, else, we know it's a first-time purchase, so we're going to say, "Thank you for your purchase." And don't forget to close out your if statement. So close out your if statement. And now we're done with our new logic. So, and please remember you can replicate these same steps on multiple languages, but just make sure you translate your content. So once your changes are ready, we need to make sure we actually customize the draft we've already created. So we're going to want to copy this content and go back into the email template manager. We're going to look at the copy we've already created. And for this example, we want to change the entry into the sentence that says, thank you for your order, and make that customizable based on what type of order it was. So we're just going to copy that in there. We're going to save it onto the draft. We had no syntax errors. You can hit preview again, and now we'll see that the content of the email has been changed based on this new logic we introduced. So now it says thank you for your purchase instead of thank you for your order. And the last step you need to do is we would just need to click on activate to actually activate this new version of the email that we've just now customized. And now we have an updated customized email that your shoppers will now begin receiving.